Welcome to my channel Physics Philo. Today we'll discuss some interesting topics. Before going to this topic, you just think, if you throw a stone to a pond, what will happen? You may find there is a wave which is started on the surface of the water. That means when you are putting a stone, you are disturbing this water medium, as a result of which a wave is created. This is called the water wave that we are able to see. But there are several waves always present around us, but we are not able to see these things. When I am talking, it is also sound wave, water wave. There are various types of wave are there in this nature, in this universe. So today we will discuss one of them, which is called the electromagnetic wave. So before going to start the electromagnetic wave, we should have the basic knowledge what is a wave. Then only it will be easier for us to simplify the electromagnetic wave. So what is a wave? First, wave is a disturbance that travels through a medium or through vacuum. This means it is space, space means it is vacuum, or any varying quantity, and this disturbance it transport energy from one point to other point without causing any permanent displacement on this medium. So what does it mean? When you are putting a stone on the water, then wave is propagating, but the particles of the medium, the water molecules, they displace on their own positions and they transport energy from one point to other point, but the particles they won't change their positions, it just make a up and down, and through it is called the oscillations. Through these oscillations of the medium particle, it transport energy from one point to other point. Overall, wave is a disturbance, and it may need a medium or it may not need a medium. So to understand this wave, we have to know how many types of waves are there in the nature. So mostly the waves are classified in the three ways. First is mechanical wave, then electromagnetic wave, then the matter wave. Now we will discuss one by one. So what is mechanical wave? In the mechanical wave, what happens? The particles displacement happens, and the displacement of the particles transfer energy from one point to another point, and the best example is the water wave or the sound wave. So in the water wave, what happens? The particle oscillates and it transports energy from one point to other point. So here the particle displacement happens, and the displacement of the particle transfer energy from one point to other point. Or in sound wave, it is not the particles movement, it is the pressure changes. The pressure difference which happens in the mediums, and the energy transport from one point to other point in case of sound wave, and both the water wave and sound wave it is coming under the mechanical wave. So one important thing is, during mechanical wave you have to need a medium. Without a medium this wave will not propagate. It means mechanical wave need a medium. So next come to the electromagnetic wave. The first question is whether is it need a medium? Whether this electromagnetic need a medium to propagate? No, it doesn't need any medium. If it doesn't need any medium, then what fluctuations happens? How disturbance passes from one point to other point? So here there is some fluctuations, but it is not the fluctuation of medium particle, but it is the fluctuation of electric field and the magnetic field. And the example is sunlight, X-ray, microwave, etc. So you may think, when sunlight is coming to earth, it passes through the medium. Obviously it passes through the air medium, but before entering to this atmosphere of the earth, the sunlight passes through this space. Space means that is nothing is there. It is totally vacuum. That means this electromagnetic wave can pass in vacuum without any medium, or if the medium is there also it can pass, it's not a problem, but it also pass without any medium. That means it doesn't need any medium to pass through. This is electromagnetic wave. And the matter wave, it is very interesting. In case of matter wave, the fluctuations, what is happening, it is the probability amplitudes. You may think, yeah, what the new thing is coming here, probability amplitude. As it is probability amplitude, this matter wave is associated with always a matter. It associated always with a matter. That means when an electron is moving, when a proton is moving, then the motion of this matter can be imagined as the propagation of the wave. So this is a unique thing, and mostly this thing is considered in the quantum mechanics. And to find this position of the particles in the quantum mechanics, we use the term probability of getting the particles. There you cannot say where the actual position of the particle. So here in this matter wave, the probability amplitude, when we are considering a matter wave, that means the probability amplitude is changing in this medium, as a result of which the matter wave propagates. So now we have a basic idea about the different types of wave, but in this video we will specifically discuss on the electromagnetic wave and what is its importance in physics. Now we will focus particularly on this electromagnetic wave. As the name suggested, electromagnetic wave means it is associated with both electric field and the magnetic field. So this concept first came into picture in 1864 by the British physicist Maxwell, and the Maxwell suggested that accelerated electric charge generate perpendicularly linked electric field and magnetic field. So what is accelerated charge, electric charge? That means when an electric charge will move, it will have some acceleration, it will have some motion, then it can create both the electric field and the magnetic field. They are linked with each other, and when they propagate, when they pass in this medium, then they are perpendicular to each other. Let's see, electric field and the magnetic field, they are perpendicularly linked, and these disturbances, that means when the electric charge accelerated, it created a disturbance, and which generate the electric field and magnetic field. These disturbances are waves with fluctuated electric and magnetic field component and can travel in the space. That means due to the accelerated charge, electric field and magnetic field is generated, they are perpendicular to each other, and this disturbance create a wave which is called the electromagnetic wave. Let us see here in this picture. So in this picture we can see this is one wave and this is another wave. So the first wave, if we will consider this blue lines, it is the electric field components. That means the amplitude of the electric field, if we will see here, it is just increasing and after some time it is decreasing. Similarly, another field we can find here in the different colors. Here also the amplitude also increasing and it is decreasing. That means as the electric field component, it is the amplitude is varying. Similarly, the magnetic field components, its amplitude also varying, and the electric field and the magnetic field both are perpendicular to each other, and these disturbances can move as a wave. And the Maxwell also calculated that what is the speed of the wave, and this wave can propagate in this vacuum space. The Maxwell calculated the velocity of this electromagnetic wave which is generated due to the accelerated charge as 1 by mu naught epsilon naught square root. This mu naught and epsilon naught depend upon this medium. Here it is the space, in the space vacuum. The mu naught epsilon naught is the permeability and permittivity of the free space. When he put these values, he got it is 2.998 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. That means it is equivalent to equal to the velocity of light. That means light is an electromagnetic wave. But it does not mean only light is an electromagnetic wave. There are different the varieties of electromagnetic wave which is present around us. But as we easily see the light, we are saying that light is an electromagnetic wave. As it is a wave, it should have the wavelength, it should have the frequency, it should have the energy. But our human eye only can see the electromagnetic wave with a particular frequency range. Let us see. The human eye responds the electromagnetic wave in 4.3 10 to the power 14 hertz to 7.5 10 to the power 14 hertz. That means there are also frequency above this frequency and also frequency both are above the 7.5 and 10 to the 14 hertz. So in this frequency range only we can see for violet, I for indigo, B for blue, G for green, then Y for yellow, O for orange and R for red. Okay. So here from starting from violet to red, in this range all these colors are coming and we can easily see these colors. But above this frequency below this ranges, below and above this ranges there are varieties of frequencies that have different types of electromagnetic wave that we cannot easily see but have many important impact on our daily life. So let us discuss what are the varieties of electromagnetic wave that we face in the daily basis.